From Pecola, Oklahoma, the 25 machine, that's Jeremy Vaughn. To his outside from Camdenton, Missouri, the car number 11, that's Waylon Dimmitt.
Row number 2, it'll be Johnny Fenewald out of Appleton City, Missouri, in car number 21. Doug Keller, east of Missouri, in the 7.
Row number 3 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri, in the car number 41, that's Brian White. To his outside from Gentry, Arkansas, the 17M, that's Jeff Metcalf.
Looking to the 4th row, Todd Staley out of Webster City, Iowa, in car number 14, alongside Blake Bolton out of Appleton City in the 34B.
Did you hide your readers, Berg?
I did.
Not a wise move. Inside row number 5 on the inside from Bixby, Oklahoma, the 31 of Gene Parvin. To his outside from Greenwood, Arkansas, the 27, that's Jeff Tennant.
Bill Carter out of Kansas City, Kansas in the 14C lineup inside of the 6th row. And Johnny Coates out of Joplin in the 35 alongside.
From Huntsville, Arkansas in the 16M, that's Jimmy. Oh, man, he sent that to me. I've been saying it wrong. It looks like McGraw, but I'll fix that. Hold on one second.
Connor Masoner out of St. Joseph, Missouri, the 47X.
John Baller Jr. from St. Joseph, Missouri, and Jeff Dixon from Trenton in the 88.
Dawson Fenewald out of Appleton City, Missouri, the 22F. And Tony Manley out of Osborne, Missouri, in the 3X. This is the parade lap, and next time it'll be 20 laps the distance. Your first of 3 stock car features coming at you. What do you say?
It's Jimmy McGar, and I am sorry. Josh Mathis, thank you very much. You are the man, as always. So are you, Cordell, and Ronnie, our camera guys. We love them all. Caution lights go down. 20 circuits the distance. Edelbrock Performance, feature number 1. We're underway. Jeremy Vaughn digs on the bottom side, getting the old chrome horn honk by Fenewald. Around the outside, Waylon Dimmitt comes. The 11 cruising in that second spot, looking at Jeremy Vaughn on the outside. Things heating up, everybody stacking up in the first lap, but we're green and go lap number 1.
That Jeremy Vaughn is your leader on lap number 1. Here comes the 21, Johnny Fenewald. Fenewald cruising to the bottom of turn number 3 and 4 and 21. Here comes Waylon Dimmitt in the 11, 3-car battle up front. Give it to Jeremy Vaughn, lap number 2. But Fenewald is on the march on the low side of the racetrack at car number 21. Side by side off of 2. Vaughn in the 25 tries to hang on, but he's got the 21 of Fenewald. Here comes Dimmitt, the 41 of Brian White. And Todd Staley in the top 5 at car number 14.
Pretty tight quarters up front there. Oh, the 41 going to slide up. Brian White in front of Todd Staley. Staley going to try to look to the bottom. A good run by the 14 right on the bumper. Meanwhile, Vaughn up front, but a good shot if you're watching at home of El Presidente rolling on the bottom side, trying to take a look against Brian White. Not going to get it done there. You can see those guys are kind of catching that pack, though. A little good run off the bottom of turn number 2, the top 3 cars. Now we're looking back there. Doug Keller battling with Jeff Metcalf in the 17M. And then you got Gene Parvin right behind them in the 31. Keller hiking that left front tire up, tricycling it off of turn number 4 with that wheel in the air. Metcalf digging on the inside, though. The 17M has the spot.
So Waylon Dimmitt, I see he's caught the top 2 cars as Jeremy Vaughn continues to lead. Johnny Fenewald still in second, but Waylon Dimmitt at car 11 still on the march, looking to reel in the top 2 drivers on the speedway as Todd Staley goes to the top. We did have a track prep session if you're at home, and we just finished that up. Everybody right now on the bottom, but Todd Staley trying to work the top groove, trying to have it come in. Fenewald's going to move his line up to the top as well. So everybody's searching the racetrack now as Vaughn opens the door for Fenewald. Fenewald to the inside, and you've got a new race leader on the back straightaway.
Man, Fenewald scooting the 21. Good shot off the bottom of turn number 2 to put himself into the race lead. But look at Vaughn battling back. He's still right there. Not a whole lot of distance changing between those two, but now Fenewald has that 1 and 2 figured out. That's where he really gains the ground on the 25.
8 laps down, 12 to go. Fenewald to grab the lead on lap number 8. And is going to be your leader down to circuit number 9 as well. Todd Staley a bit too tall that time. Going to hang on to the 5th position as Jeff Metcalf has slid into his window there in the 6th spot. And then it's a clean break all the way back to 7th on back is on your screen. That is for 5th and 6th On track in 3 and 4. Brian White, the 41, currently runs in the 4th position.
Metcalf and Staley mixing it up back there. Staley working the top side, has that left front tire hiked up off the ground, going to try to battle with the 41. Oh, he's got a good run in the top side of turn number 3. Can he make it stick as they work off turn number 4? Keep your eyes here as El Presidente going to give her the berries and take the
caution's
caution.
Out. Todd Staley was coming to the 4th spot.
That is Jimmy McGarr in the 16M, I believe that is correct. And I'm sorry for butchering the name earlier.
That's tough.
I had the chance to go down to another great racing facility this spring to do some announcing. It's a big stock car race down there, and those guys were down there as well. A lot of great drivers and a great event. Bryce Hall doing a great job at the Arrowhead Speedway. Had a lot of fun down there, and they've had a lot of big races. Another one of those USRA tracks that just seems to be doing really, really well under good leadership and ownership, and proud of what that team has accomplished down there at the Arrowhead Speedway. Well, we got, let's just have a look-see here, 11 in, 20 to go. Berg, did you get it figured out?
You know, one thing that helps on a power strip?
What's that?
The on button. It charges right up.
So you plugged that, I plugged that in for you.
That felt like 3 days ago.
And handed you the other end of the...
That happened.
It did. You know, I was just telling someone the story when your new car wouldn't start, and the first call you made was to me instead of the roadside assistance or someone else.
Well, I found out Wagoneer was non-existent.
Caution lights are down. Fenewald going to be bringing him to the green flag.
The roadside service for Wagoneer were in witness protection that night. I couldn't find him. Todd Staley, he's finding the march up there. Look at the 14. He's got Janet on her toes. There goes Staley to the top again. Dimmitt goes to second. As Staley's on the move, going to try to cross him up and cross him over. He's hoping they go to the bottom. Staley to the top. He's found something in car number 14.
Well, I wonder if it had to do a little bit. I mean, this track is in great shape. Oh, bottom of turn 1 and 2. We got problems. The infield tractor tire guys ought to love that one, as we got the 47X of Connor Masonier and the 35, I believe, of Johnny Coates. So Johnny Coates parked down there amidst the Uke tire down on the infield. No, and I find it, I feel nice that I was the call that you made.
Yes.
And we got you pointed in the right direction. It was not as bad as your fantasy football debacle, though.
That was bad.
Hey, I gave you a month's notice to make sure that you could log in.
It turns out the boys didn't remember their passwords.
Turns out a half hour beforehand isn't the time to try to do that.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah. I told Ryan I got a great idea. I said, let's do a racer for like the Mason City Motor Speedway or Sports Park or Webster City, our tracks that we do on a weekly basis up there. Let's do a charity event where we can get racers and fans together for a fantasy football league and let the fans talk trash to the drivers, vice versa.
Kind of
get Todd and Ryan in there, and they can really give them the grief. And it'd be fun fan experience sometime as Fenewald goes back to the green flag. Staley probably didn't want to get to the bottom. He's fighting to get his way to the top side of the track.
He wants anywhere but the bottom on the restart.
They don't call him the Wall Punisher for nothing. Now we have dubbed him El Presidente, but his original nickname was the Wall Punisher, and the 14 loves to rip the lip, and you can see him working the top side. But Waylon Dimmitt in that 11 managed to scoot by, and he is charging on to the race leader. Fenewald's going to have some company. It's always hard to lead these races. You don't know where the other guys behind you are running. Fenewald.
Dimmitt lifts the skirt on the 21 as Fenewald continues to lead. Fenewald looks like he's moved his line up a little bit too, so we went completely from the bottom now to the top. Fenewald still on the bottom groove, but Dimmitt is charging, and I believe Todd showed him the line, and Dimmitt is cruising on the top in car number 11.
Well, just as we say it, you see old Stales pointing his nose back in the picture. But those two cars have about a 3-second lead on Mr. Staley. So keep your eyes up front. See if Dimmitt can get that car to work just right in the corners. He pulls right on the bumper of the 21 as they work into turn number 3. Been that way for the last couple of laps, but Fenewald's strong enough to fend him off for the time being.
It'd be interesting to know if he could go back before that caution. Staley was probably the fastest car on the racetrack, and now Dimmitt's found the top, and Fenewald has also moved his line up about 2 car lengths off the bottom now, about 2 lanes up off the bottom of the racetrack, so not the true top and not running nearly as high as Dimmitt, but the racetrack's definitely coming together and widening out. Look at this. Dimmitt had a run. He runs out of room on the back straightaway. This time around, it'll be 2 laps to go for Fenewald in car number 21.
Can Dimmitt have another chance at it? We're going to find out. About a 2-car length separate the race leader and Waylon Dimmitt. Todd Staley right there as well, about 2-3 car lengths behind. Honk the chrome horn. Give him the old skirt lift. We'll see if that messes him up or not as the caution comes out. Oh, man.
Here's the shame in all this. Top 3 cars, someone's got to have the bottom on the restart.
It's going to be Staley.
Yeah, one of those guys is going to be forced to the bottom, and it's going to be Staley.
Yeah, that's unfortunate as we have the 34 machine sitting up on top. That is Blake Bolton from Appleton City, Missouri. He's going to get her down the hill, tag the back of the pack, and we'll get her fired back up. Going to have a word. Oh, no, not have a word with the officials. He's just going to fire her up and take off. 18 in the books. 2 to go. Caution light's going to go off. What a beautiful evening here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Couldn't ask for a better night for night number 1.
Johnny Fenewald, you couldn't agree more. Johnny Fenewald, 21 car. It'll be a green-white checkered finish. He's out front all by his lonesome, 2 behind. And here we go. Staley got a pretty good restart there, but the Dimmitt is strong off the top. Staley going to ride to the bottom, open the door, and here comes the 41 of White and Vaughn in the 25 on the outside.
3 wide down the backstretch for 3rd spot. Staley in the middle with White on the bottom. Look at that. Look at what a move there. Holy cow. Hold on to your hats, everybody. Not that we're not watching up front, but this 3-car battle for that 3rd position is too good to not watch. As Dimmitt going to work down the backstretch, going to have one more chance at it through 3 or 4. And here he comes off the top of turn number 4, hammered down, and the checkered flags are out for Johnny Fenewald in the 21.
Staley rounds out the top 5. It's the 41 car of Brian White. Finishes 4th. Jeremy Vaughn 3rd. Waylon Dimmitt 2nd. And picking up the win. There he is on your screen.